Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making chicken Florentine pasta.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
So I'm going to show you how to make chicken Florentine pasta. It's one of those super fresh, summery dinners that you can make, especially when your garden it has lots of cherry tomatoes. I'm going to show you how to be doing that today. The first thing we're going to need is a pound of penne pasta. I've got my water boiling because this is about a 15-minute-ish dinner. So we'll get it nice and salty. Dump your pound of pasta in and cook. I think it takes 10 minutes for that to cook. Give it a swizzle. 11 minutes. We'll go for 11. All right. So pasta is in the water cooking. The next thing you do is get a gigantic skillet. Wait for that to heat up for a minute. What we're gonna do is have 2 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of butter in the bottom. Get that all hot and melty here. Can you go to your spot? Denver heard butter and he ran to the kitchen. So I've got 2 large Costco chicken breasts I've diced up, and we are going to put this in here. We're going to get this all brown. And you want to season your chicken well. So we're going to do salt, pepper. I turned my grinder on my salt way down to fine, and it's like powder now when it comes out. So don't think I'm putting on a ton of salt. Okay, that's going. It's hot. And we'll get some pepper on there. If you got fresh spinach from your garden, I'm also using fresh spinach in this. It's just really light and delicious. This is great for leftovers the next day in your lunch. And I'm also going to add some garlic and onion. And a little bit of Italian seasoning. So by the time we get all this done, the pasta should be done, and we'll add the pasta to it. And hopefully it all comes out at the same time. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when you see a recipe with Florentine, it just means there's spinach in it. Makes it sound so fancy. We just want to make sure that we're cooking it all the way through. Some of these bigger pieces I cut. So let it keep cooking. One of these things that I like about this recipe is that it's really light. It's not got a thick, heavy cream sauce on it. It's just kind of simmered in white wine and chicken stock. And it really lets the fresh tomato and the spinach with the pasta shine through instead of having like a heavy Alfredo like you would. So that's why it's so important to really season your chicken up good. Because like I said, it's not overly heavy sauce. It's very light and summery. Okay, so the chicken looks like it's all done. So I've got a clean plate here. I've got one of these great, I call it my food shovel. I'm just gonna scoop out the cooked chicken, put it on a plate, because then we're gonna make our sauce here in the pan while the pasta finishes up cooking. I don't exactly remember the correct name for this, but I did get it from Pampered Chef because. All right, so set that aside. And in the same skillet, add 4 cloves of garlic. Give this pasta stir, it's almost ready. And you just want to heat this up till you can smell it. It usually takes about 30 seconds. You want to cook it, but you want to make sure you don't burn it. All right. And in goes 3/4 cup of white wine. And 3/4 cup chicken broth. Now, if you don't have white wine or you don't like to use white wine, just use 1.5 cups of chicken broth. It's totally fine. I absolutely love the flavor of the white wine with all of the goodies. So we're gonna jack up the heat here to medium high, bring it to a boil, and we're gonna wanna reduce the white wine chicken broth to about half. And I'm guessing these noodles are gonna take another minute. That's coming to a nice bubble here, and it's gonna reduce some of that. It smells delicious. Okay, we got 5 seconds. Let's try this out. So hot. I'm gonna give it another minute. That's a little crunchy. That's still really crunchy. It's taking a long time. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna just turn off the heat on my pasta. I'm gonna put in my 2 cups of tomatoes, and I did cut most of them in half. And I've got a bag of spinach. This is, how much is this? 5 ounces, just a baby bag. I'm gonna dump that in. It's all washed, so that's easy to go. And that is gonna wilt down to nothing. I'm gonna throw the chicken in and all the juice that's sitting with it from the plate. And then we're going to add the pasta. I love this because it also strains everything out. This recipe is also super easy to cut in half. I think I've got just a few more left in there. All right, and then ever so gently, you're gonna toss it all together. Whoop. Now that I got it stirred up a little, we're gonna add 4 ounces of Parmesan on it. Give that a good stir in. You are good to go. This is the importance of having a very large skillet because it does make a lot. All right, so one last thing you want to do before you serve is taste it for seasoning, just because this one can easily need more salt. So let's see if I can get a bite of everything. That's good, you guys. It's light, it's fresh, It's got a little bit of cheese on it. It's just delightful in the summertime. Great way to use all those tomatoes that your vines are just going nuts on. And it's great. This one reheats really well during the week for your lunches and whatever. So I just want to say thanks again for joining me in my kitchen. I showed you how to use some summer tomatoes up from your garden and make some chicken Florentine pasta. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below. What is your favorite thing to cook in the summer from your garden? You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next episode. You good? It's boiling because I'm putting pasta in. Right, this lickety split. Oh. Gee whiz. Does that work?
Yeah.
Let's try that out. If I can get a noodle. That's still really crunchy.
Gonna taste good, I know.